You've got questions. I've got questions. Every Major League Baseball team has a big question entering the 2023 season. We're taking a look at the NL Central. What is the big question each team faces going into this season? So let's go. Starting off in St. Louis, the question has to be, can the starting rotation give them enough innings to compete? Guys like Dakota Hudson, Miles Michaelis, Adam Wainwright, Jack Flaherty, they all seem to be hurt in the past, and Adam Wainwright's entering his final season, it seems to be, in St. Louis. Are they going to be able to pitch well enough for the Cardinals to compete? That has to be the question in St. Louis. And if they don't, can someone else catch them in the division? Milwaukee will be lurking. The Cubs seem to be improved. Even the Pirates maybe have a say in all this in the end. But if St. Louis can pitch, they have to be the clear favorite in this division. The big question is, can they pitch? Out of Milwaukee, there's been some really strange moves made the last few years. So the big question is, are the Brewers going to compete or just sell it off? There seems to be all these questions about trade rumors of Corbin Burns, Willie Adames, Brandon Woodruff. Are the Brewers going to go for it? Because I think they've got a good team. Their starting rotation is very, very good. Their offense is better than you think. If Christian Yelich could be MVP Christian Yelich, then this is a very talented Milwaukee Brewers team. But the Brewers traded away Josh Hader in the middle of last season and didn't really get a whole lot in return. So are they going to just sell pieces off and not really compete? And if they do, that is so sad for Brewers fans. I expect better in Milwaukee. Big question Chicago with the Cubs has to be, are these big names or big signings? If they're big signings, this is going to be a very good Cubs team. If the guys they brought in are just big names, then no, this isn't that good a team. Trey Mancini is a wonderful story, but he did nothing for Houston in the playoffs. Eric Hosmer hasn't been good for outside of a couple months for at least a couple years. Cody Bellinger hasn't been good since 2019. If these players cannot produce at all or find a better form than past seasons, then the Cubs really aren't going to be very good. Jameson Taillon has faced injury issues. Dansby Swanson has improved the last few years, but if he goes back to old Dansby Swanson, then no, the Cubs may have set themselves back rather than move themselves forward. At least they would just have some short term commitments. But if these players can produce for the Cubs, they can be good. If not, they're going to be real bad. In Pittsburgh, it has to be all about can Kutch teach the young Bucks how to win. Andrew McCutchen was the star the last time the Pirates were really relevant in Major League Baseball, and it was 20 years before that before they were relevant. So can the young Bucks, O'Neill Cruz, Key Brian Hayes, I'll include Brian Reynolds in that, Jack Sawinski, Endy Rodriguez, Henry Davis, young guy after young guy after young guy is going to be rolling through Pittsburgh this year. And the rotation as well, Roansy Contreras, maybe Quinn Priester. There's a lot of talented young players getting closer and closer to the major league level in Pittsburgh. And bringing in Andrew McCutchen, I think, was a great signing to really show them how to win in Pittsburgh. And hopefully Kutch can hit a little bit to help them win as well. The question has to be, can these young guys learn how to win in Pittsburgh? For Cincinnati, it has to be all about young guys as well. And the two biggest ones for me this season to watch are Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo. Can they establish themselves as aces in Major League Baseball? And if Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo can do that, oh boy, have we got a Cincinnati building team the next few years. If you can establish yourselves with two top aces on the young starting staff in Cincinnati, they've got a lot of young players on the rise. Guys like Nueve Marte, Ellie De La Cruz, so much young talent they've acquired in trades the last few years. It's going to start to hit the major league level very soon. And if you can back it with a stud ace, maybe even two rotation, I think their future looks very bright for Cincinnati. And I think they're on the right path to really building a consistent winner with the Reds. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of another video here on 3 Up 3 Down. Comment down below who you think is going to win the NL Central this year. I'll comment back as I always do. As always, please hit that subscribe button if you think this kind of content you want to know more about. And as always, go check out some of my older content. My YouTube shorts have been very popular. Go check them out in the recent playlist. Until next time, take care, everyone.